Okay, I'm going to give a quick demonstration of how to build a couple of objects inside QlikView just using the server directly. So what I'm going to start with is just adding a new sheet, and I'll change the background of the sheet to be a different color so it stands out a little bit more in the video. Done. I'm going to add an object to this one that is a list of all the countries and cities. So I'm just going to drag that onto the screen here, and I'll push that up to the top of the page here so it's easy to see. I'm also going to add two objects that have already been created inside QlikView, so they're in the QlikView repository. I've clicked on the repository, and when it pops up on the screen here, I'll just move it out of the way a little bit. And the objects I want are profit margin. I'll make a copy of that one, and average orders. So I've dropped those two on as copies. Okay, now the last thing I want to do on here is to add in a chart that doesn't exist already. So what I'm going to do is go new sheet object once again, and I'm going to choose a bar chart, and I'll just move it out of the way here a little bit so that it's easy for us to see. Don't need this for a moment, I'll get rid of it. I'll drag this little guy a little bit closer, and QlikView's assumed the first dimension and first expression, which doesn't really help me very much, so I'll go into properties, have that pop up on the screen, and I'll remove those two pieces that QlikView's put in for me. Now the first thing I want to put into here is a dimension for the city, and to do that I need to open the repository once again as a nice easy way for me to get that information. And I'll put the repository over here out of the way, and if I go to dimensions, I can grab city and slide it over onto here. There's my city. Now for the expression, I want to grab the sum of sales, so we'll find that somewhere down here. Sum of sales amount seems like a good one, and I'll drop that one onto here as well. So once I do that, you'll see that the chart is starting to be rendered, but it's not looking very pretty yet. So what I need to do is make some adjustments to the dimension to suit what it is that I'm looking for. So I'll just move this one across, give me more space. Don't need the repository, get rid of that. And I'll just manipulate this one a little bit. So what I'd like to do is to sort this so the biggest one is first. I'll do that, choose the Y value and go descending. And QlikView should do that for me in a second. Okay, that's okay. I'd like to see the axes written so that they're easy for me to see, and I'm going to turn them on the side here and tilt them. But also I'd like to just see the top 10 of these. I don't want to see all of them, so I'm going to restrict the number that I see to the top 10, and I don't want to show the others, so I'm going to take that one off the mix a little bit. And I need to choose how many, of course, I want, so I'm going to say 10. And there we've got the top 10 around the world. Okay, so that'll do for there. I'd like to update the expression a little bit in the same way that I've updated the dimension. So let's go into the expression there, and I'd like to see the values up on top here. So I'll click on more here, and I've got my value display settings here. I'll choose to show the values on the data points, and that'll be okay. Now I need to change the format of those because I don't want to have decimal points in this one, so I'm going to change that to be integer. And for the axis, I don't want to show the axis, so I'll remove that one. Okay, now if we go into the presentation area, what I would like to do is just tidy up the background a little bit, because I'd like the background to be transparent on this one. I think it'll look nice. So let's do that, and I'll make it 100% transparent. And that'll come through for me in a moment, and we can see some values. Some of them are fairly large, so it's looking okay for me at the moment. I think that might do for the demonstration. I'll make that chart a little bit bigger. Whoa, let's see a refresh. So there's my 10. A little bit too big still, so I'll move it across so that it's this size. And let's pick a country, let's pick Australia and see what we get. So what we've got here now is all of the states. It's drilled down into states for me here, and here's all of the top selling cities. So Rhodes is first, Lavender Bay, Melbourne, Sydney, Lane Cove, and that will do, I think, as a quick demonstration of how to build something easily in QlikView straight onto the server. Thank you.